guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to see inflammation bucket theory. Maybe I can say it's about inflammation because why I don't have bucket with me. That's why I can't explain to you using bucket theory, but I have balloon. So maybe we can put as a inflammation balloon theory. Maybe can. Because I'm going to use this balloon to explain to you guys what is inflammation and what is going on inside your body actually. So before we go into what is happening inside our body due to inflammation, let's see what is inflammation first. So inflammation means your body first line defense against toxins, maybe pathogens, bacteria or any types of infection or any foreign substance that invade inside your body. So normally, what is this theory is explained about? It's a response to protect your body from all these foreign substance, or I can say all the substance like a toxin, pathogen, bacteria, or any types of infection, or anything that introduced inside your body as a foreign substance. So how this protection will be happens, or how this protective system will be going on, or the system is going to act. It's like it's going to destroy the foreign substance, or it's going to repair the damaged area, and also going to replace or repair back the cells to protect your body. Inflammation means what we normally see the sign and symptoms are. Normally you will see something like a swollen or edema, or maybe like something heat or burning kind of sensation. Sometimes you might feel like redness or any types of discomfort that you feeling or experience. The next thing is we have two types of inflammation. What are these two types of inflammation we have? The first type is we normally call as acute inflammation. The second type is we call as a chronic inflammation. Acute type of inflammation, normally we call it as good inflammation. To explain this acute inflammation, I have to give you an example. I can give like a mosquito bites. So mosquito bites means you have a mosquito bites, and after mosquito bite, normally you will have a response like want to scratch it because you start to feel itchy. Whether you feel itchy, you are scratching or not, or you're not scratching, but somehow you're going to see a bumpiness going to form. Bumpiness forming means like all the immune system, all the immune cells already receive the message that there is something foreign materials or foreign substance already introduced inside your body or invade inside your body. So we need some support to protect your area or your specific area or your whole body. So what these things will do is all your immune cells will be straight away rushing to that area specifically, and then they will fight back. They will check whether anything any germs or anything that they have to damage or anything they have to replace back the tissues or something. So that is the time you will see the bumpiness, right? Actually all your immune cells are accumulated that area actually. They want to fight back, they want to see which is the enemies, which is the good person, so they are killing every single thing, then they protecting back. After some time this inflammation will go off. Same thing happen when you have a cut or something happen in your body, the same process will be going on. So this is the one we call as acute inflammation. The next one is so-called we call as a bad inflammation. So what is this bad inflammation? Actually, I shouldn't say this is a bad inflammation. It's a chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation means something that happened in a prolonged or long term. So that is what we call as a chronic inflammation. So chronic inflammation, also similar situations is happen in your body whenever there is a foreign substance or toxin or free radicals, oxidative stress is going on. What will happen is all your protective system or immune system are trying to protect that area or that specific organs. So what happened here? The healing process is going on, and then they are removing all the foreign substance, toxins or anything they are damaging or anything happened that they try to heal it. Then after healing, what will happen is again another foreign substance is introduced back, or again because of certain things we never change in our lifestyle is keep on introducing and attacking the same organ again and again and again. So what happened here? They are repairing, then the cycle is repeating. They are repairing and the cycle is repeating. So sometimes the healing process is going on, the cycle is keep on going on and going on. This is the reason the inflammation is going on in a long term. So what happened at one point? Every time I want to repair this specific organ, right, I always focus over this area only. I'm just tired of repairing this organ. I just want to go focus at other place. It's like a what? Actually, this is not the real situation, but I'm explaining in terms of a story that what happened inside your body. Sometimes your immune cells also not strong enough to fight back, repairing back that specific organ or that specific area, or to remove that toxin in your body. So what will happen if this chronic inflammation is prolonged? When it prolonged, it's going to be lead to other problem. Maybe it lead to something chronic inflammation to other diseases, or maybe it's going to disturbing the other systems. So that is how all these chronic diseases are coming from. Example, heart disease, cancer, obesity, diabetic, all these are due to chronic inflammation. Even some allergy reaction, autoimmune disorders, all these are coming from chronic inflammation. So I'm going to give an example situation for chronic inflammations. For the chronic inflammation, I think I have to give example of allergy reaction. I'm not talking about food allergy reaction, because some people food allergy will happen within 2 hours of the consumption. But sometimes this allergy reaction also is already accumulated for the prolonged chronic inflammation. Example, a person is developing an allergy reactions. So I have to give certain example in their lifestyle what is going on. First thing is, okay, this person have a dust allergy maybe. So what is leading to this dust allergy? I'm going to use this balloon as an example of inflammation happen. First thing is, the house is not clean. So what happen is, it's going to trigger inflammation in their body. So this is the first triggering. Then after that, the person is not really eating a good food, or I can say not eating in a healthy way. Maybe not enough fruits in the daily diet, or not enough vegetable, or just grab whatever he can get. So second, triggering. Then after that, this person is having a lot of stress in the work, and then is going on the stress, like maybe he bring back the stress, house also got stress, and maybe fighting with the wife, fighting with someone in the neighborhood, something. So again, another triggering point. So two types of stress, that's why I blow it 2 times. Then after that, this person always sleeping very late also going to increase the triggering point of inflammation. Okay, so you can see the balloon is getting bigger and bigger. Then after that, this person also have a habit of smoking. So maybe in a day he smoke 2 times, or 3 times, or 5 times. You can choose. So I want to choose as 3 times. So I have to blow this for 3 times. And then this person also have the habit of drinking less water, and he loves to drink something like coffee, maybe carbonated drinks, because whatever things that he can easily get. Or else this person loves to drink cold water or cold drinks. That's why he always go and grab something like a carbonated soda, or any types of coffee, iced coffee, anything. So all these are another triggering point. Okay, and then this person also like to do exercise. Yeah, exercise is good, right? But overdoing exercise is like forcing himself too much and giving a lot of stress. Now you can see how big is this balloon, already getting bigger. Okay, now as I mentioned earlier, you can see this balloon, how big is this balloon. So this person also have a own immune system that always can help to reduce the inflammation in the body. So I can release some of the gas that is helping to reduce the inflammation in the body. Okay, this much. But do you think he going to repeat this lifestyle? Definitely. Not to forget, this person also using handphone, computers, and so many things. All these are causing radiations, environmental stress. Okay, it's getting bigger. Actually, I can go more. I can tell you more things that we are doing in daily. Okay, suddenly this person have a situation like, okay, today I want to become a good person, so I want to eat something healthy. I want to change my lifestyle a little bit. At least today is my day to eat healthy. Okay, so because of that, he eating some good food. So reduce the inflammation a little bit. Okay, I did it a bit. I gave some discount already. So you see here, the balance is already big. So this is what they explain in the bucket theory. Bucket theory means the bucket is already full or overflow. And if this is full or overflow, what will happen? It will burst. That's why I don't want it to be burst. So I want to save this balloon. So what are the symptoms you're going to see when your inflammation bucket is overflow? This one is burst, means it's already it's late stage actually. Now I'm going to share to you some other symptoms when your inflammation bucket is overflow, or I can say your inflammation bucket or inflammation balloon is already grown bigger. The inflammation is already prolonged and it become very chronic. So what happened in your body? So now the balloon is already full. So what will happen? As the example that I given earlier, the allergy reaction that happened, for example, a person have a dust allergy, how it can trigger. When your inflammation rate in your body is higher, means it can start to trigger any reaction in the form of allergy, or in the form of headache, or in the form of blood pressure, or maybe you're reducing body weight, or maybe you might be suddenly have a increasing body weight, or maybe any other symptoms. Even it can disturb you, like you cannot fall asleep, insomnia problem, hormone imbalance, or maybe hormone irregulations, or mood swing, suddenly feel fatigue, or even some people might feel like weak, or some people feel like brain fog, they cannot concentrate or they cannot focus. So all these things are indicating that your inflammation rate is getting higher, or I can say your inflammation bucket already overflow, or I can say this is also balloon theory. We are seeing here the balloon theory. Your inflammation is too high and anytime can be burst. There are more things, actually more symptoms you can observe. Even a small pain, or suddenly you have a toothache also, it might be due to some inflammation already happened inside your tooth area. So that's how this inflammation bucket overflow is going on. This balloon is an example. You can see over here that I've been playing around here. This balloon is an example of inflammation happen in your body. So what are you going to do? So now what you can do to reduce inflammation in your body? So now I'm going to tell you guys, it's going to have another part, because I'm going to make another video to explain to you all top 10 food lists that can help you to reduce inflammation in your body, which is called as anti-inflammatory food list. That one specifically I will share in another video, because this video already long enough to explain. So please wait for my second video or second part. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe if you want to hear more information about your health, nutrition, or some cooking tips or anything. I will be sharing to you all soon, and more videos you can watch from my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel to get more notifications, and please click the bell icon there and like my video. Every likes are going to motivate me to do more video and sharing more knowledges with you guys. So I will see you guys in my other video. Till then, bye bye from Lava.